Win this map is probably down to okay. It's probably down to texture, getting the up early and just dominating defense.
Some shots here from Market. Tripwire getting ready to get set up. Amon yet on this top mid lurk finds Foxy 9. And suddenly, Gen.G scratching their heads, wondering, well, how do we even try to get back into this pistol? The corner
Why are you adding Nilzinho and saying Paper X will own you, man?
Now it is all on Ash.
Relax, dude. He only just qualified, man. Relax.
He was looking across the stage at him.
He's out here celebrating. You're out here to be like, well,
here's some of it in a
you're gonna lose, dude. He's still got to play the rest of his playoffs, man. He probably hasn't even looked at who's qualified yet.
Any kind of damage, any kind of charge. Get that ult online. Swing on the corner though. Eventually finds the chest shot to go ahead and finish him off. But crazy guy out down, but.
Surely with VIP Nil for that slander. Mate, he has to win. Nil's role. Nil's got his own role compared to everyone else. Some people can get VIP for a good comment. Nil, he's got to win a Masters or a Champs. Nil's got it harder than everyone else.
Pushing B main very aggressively.
I'm not giving him a pity VIP. He's got to earn it.
He got X-Feral.
He knows the rules.
Instead, it's a switch over towards mid. So it's just going to come down here for RRQ to just get through Munchkin cleanly.
It's just that extra motivation, Nil. That's it. That extra like 2 minutes you could put into anti-strat. That's all I'm trying to get out of you.
That's going to be quickly broken open, so no real chance of escape. No real chance to do too much damage. Gen.G just going to be tagged to 72 as after the plant comes out. Salvos.
Why is Web a VIP? Web has different roles, man. The thing is, Web is the brains of the operation, so you gotta respect that.
So, are they going to try to commit that to go for some kills, or is this just going to be a die to the spike for the side of Gen.G? Is the real question.
In my head, Web has already won Masters. That's the thing. Nil has to prove it though.
Might send texture, try and get a couple one taps here with the Sheriff.
Why not? I'm about it.
As well. Should be noted there by Moniette. With the damage eaten, it seems like widely they will stay back. RQ looking like they're going to send a couple players forward. Granted, they do have two with just pistols, so may as well try to go for a bit of a fight here. But Karon, now over onto that flank angle, finds Gen.G, shuts him down. He's now going to be one away from having that ult online. As Cushy will get Karon here.
Cushy loves the Guardian. He really does. Okay, let's go pick.
Gen.G.
Mate, I'm looking at that last map. Going to an overtime. You're telling me it's down to the veto. I wouldn't worry too much about the veto. It's all hindsight stuff.
Do you not play Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I do not.
Yeah.
Okay. See.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons.
A little bit lost on me, but
a great shot.
Texture,
doing the IGL's out here, dude.
Struck down, Spike gonna be spotted.
Oops.
Left on the floor here as Munchkin tries to hold things down over here at Cat. Fragment to try to buy a little bit of time. Actually,
he did so good on shot.
The A site. Kills off the kill.
Whoa, that's fast.
On the readjust, comes out of the spot.
Moniette,
similar scenes. Takes down two, and already, even if Moniette does not win this round, the damage is dealt. Just Ash surviving here for the moment. Spike still not picked up.
Doesn't pick up the spike.
Do something relatively unexpected.
It's gonna be weird when Ash turns the corner and sees it.
It's a nice 1v3 clutch for Moniette.
Does he peek down? He's going around the world here. But Ash still at risk, still stuck into the corner.
Damn, look at this.
Swinging out even wider. Making it all the easier for him.
Really nice. 1v3. 1v3 on the bonus, forcing down to an eco. Not considering looking behind, but it's like just as he's checked it.
He's got players behind him as well. Still is going to be good for the kill, so Foxy 9 dead. Stinger not going to be able to find too much. Is thrown. Well, they've already been noted, and Gen.G continues to just rip off heads. Texture now dead. Timing attempt to mash. It will be felled very swiftly as RRQ look to just go ahead and flawlessly brush aside the thrifty attempt from Gen.G.
Yeah, they are in cruise control right now. Every little trick that Gen.G tries to throw their way is just shut down.
Getting close to these ults as well. Gen.G might be able to hunt here a little bit.
Leading the charge. See if any damage can be done with these stingers, but
they look so good on this map. Yeah, they got really good. They've got everything's very nice on this strat, and sorry, on this map, and then they just got like really good old strats as well.
able to find one, so flawless
They just look
avoided.
incredibly comfy here.
I was gonna say, well, Chimkin's only got 950. Monyet's got cash cap. That's 6,000 credits. Munchkin will just go down to the spike here. Breaks the door to make sure that he can, but Xfero lingers long enough.
Gets cleared. Turret helping out a little bit, but now another dimensional drift.
Here we go.
Sprinting forward, Texture trying to go for the flick, but they are far too close. Chimkin's still here on his heels, trying to guide them forward as Texture does manage to go ahead.
This is my fault because I complimented there. Hold straps.
Timing to pin. The same thing happens to Munchkin here in mid as Xfero comes lurking forward. Just absolute chaos around this B site.
This is a great move from Karen.
Pushing all the way.
Push over towards top mids. They were kind of looking out for it. Yeah, they're at least going to consider these over towards A main, which is good.
Instead has to pivot back into main.
This is tough for RRQ. They have not much info. By not much, I mean zero.
Yeah, which means they're going to have to go for a safer plant.
So took a bit of a gamble, able to find their way through. But Karan has that extra angle created. Just needs to find the right time. Seemingly RRQ kind of suspecting with those salvos sent towards Wine. Something might be amiss in that part of the map.
Scanning ahead.
Uncleared.
Good flash.
Paranoia.
Great flash.
Catching on a crazy guy. Texture now though. Under pressure, dashing back and has the pincer maneuver from the side. Does Xfero. Toggle on the cam. Karan desperately trying to chip away to get that headshot. Cannot make it happen. Swings out a little bit wider. Tucks back time. Starting to get away. Challenges for the fight.
It was a good attempt from Karen there.
Stands tall.
Dude, they're just so
now.
Watching him be man. I think he'd be sick.
Push towards that angle, which at the moment they are not.
He's like an unhinged player that likes to W key when they shouldn't be. They're pretty fun. Like all the zoomers who do stuff that you wouldn't expect them to do. They're normally the best to watch.
Quickly trades it back out.
Flash.
Ash with just that sheriff. Forced back into alley as the drone goes up and over the top. Texture. Tailwind here at the ready. Karan now repositions.
Honestly, Karen might be my favorite player because he just always back the side of the judge. Actually, might be my favorite player.
Dead. As the Neural Depth reveals all, Foxy 9 is dead to rights. Ash now trying to see
I love the attempt though. Never used to do this before the Teo, but now they want to do it all the time, right? To smoke, block over towards it. Normally teams will do this against the Teo to make sure that they can create pressure over towards Wine, right? So then it's harder to retake over towards A. But I think on the comps when you have a Yoru, like having these corners and like defaulting in the mains just means you can do so much more with your TPs with a Yoru. So I think it's worth RRQ doing all the time. They do it quite a lot. The Texture's getting wrecked, man.
Lets them know, oh yeah, there's plenty of targets in here, but you're not getting the opportunity.
That's like the win condition for Gen.G. I feel like him getting the op, but he's just getting on.
Just great util usage. Causes Gen.G some big problems. On yet even TPing. Oh,
Karan waiting for the timing there.
Yeah, look at this. Dude, they're so good on this map. It's nuts.
They flood in. Every single layer peeled back. Ash does manage to find one here on the flank. Xfero maybe thinking that everyone had already corralled forward into that A site, but it seems like Munchkin was already calling to go for the save. They can rotate back into B main, grab this operator, but that is about it. Gen.G still going to be winless here in the half.
It's just so
yeah, this is what I mean as well. Just like the Omen ult, like their ults. The ults they take good value for. If you look at that Omen ult yesterday when they played Paper X, they like drones over towards site and they cleared it. And then obviously they just get Omen ult over towards a clear site and it's just like strong value. Here they're kind of using it as the drone to make sure that when they swing in they can get pure info. They're also making sure that the crosshair is like the farthest point away that it can be from the choke as well, so they can run through.
Not using him here at this point other than this one.
Okay, forcing down to an eco, and we just go for an A split. This is his third ult, by the way.
Clear on the turret, the spot on the one, Foxy 9. Hit by the first, dead to the second. Cushy, able to claim it. The combo working out, the knives going wide, and the salvos right there.
Salvos at the top while they're trying to dodge the Sova ult as well. They look at him go.
It is just.
And then now they
have no ability to control
let's
this
see.
orb
They at
because
least
of the
AD
salvos.
fought.
They have no response.
Yeah, to me, dude.
That just allows
They're gonna get
RRQ
4
to
ults and
keep
a half.
cycling ults. This is actually kind of starting to be a glaring weakness with this comp for Gen.G, is they can't control these orbs unless they throw bodies at the problem, and RRQ's happy with that because they can either just use the util to bully you away or just they're winning the fight. And everything's starting to snowball out of control. Gen.G.
Yeah, this is also nice as well. So they AD fought, right? Pressure over towards A, including wine. Then over towards middle, they smoke it off. We have a recon, and they have a fake TP. So you think the Euro could be over towards mid now as well. So pressure here, and then I think we had camera pressure over towards B at the same time as well.
No idea.
This is kind of nice of Karen. Takes a bit of a risk clearing that.
I think he tried to use it and just died immediately. Munchkin, speaking of which, trying to hold things down at market, re-swings, double face. Foxy does manage to find a kill, and that does give him now the lockdown. Has that available.
Does anyone know when the draw from us is Toronto will happen? You would imagine it's after EMEA, but we have no idea. Dude, Severo just walks over towards A. What do they do now?
To flush this out so they can
20 seconds, they got to commit on A.
Forward onto the site, and he will be able to do so. Could she?
No way, they don't get any.
Now it's just Texture in a 1v3.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, you're gonna start wondering if Gen.G are gonna win a round, to be honest.
Spike planted.
Noise has been made. The drone reveals the drop down, the swing. 9-0. Ult not even necessary. Jemkin, 2 away.
We probably get the
he's getting
position.
away with the salvos, crunching together at the right time between short and A main. Extremely
He's in 5 like the whole of playoffs.
And you do have a little bit of weaponry to speak of for Gen.G. A couple Guardians, Texture as a Phantom.
So they still got that tail. Dude, look at that change up, man. That change up's so good. They fake the A main pressure.
This time Texture out in the mid, able to intercept the flanker, so Xfero
and then just walk up short contact.
Trying to see what he could possibly get.
Yeah, and Texture's just had enough, man. He's just disrespecting you till walks up through mid.
Suddenly it seems like at least in this round, things have started to click for Gen.G.
I mean, it's a 2v4, surely. This guy's isolated on site, so it's a 2v3. Isolated over towards A main.
The drip online gets the headshot
that was
on the
close.
Texture, dinks through the corner. Spike not yet planted.
Hey, you guys can...
You're trying to fight for some space.
Ah, it's unlucky. Imagine.
Does manage to find that
Imagine. Because then they would have had like 40 seconds, 35 seconds, the whole of the site. Oh my goodness. I mean, he knows he's over here because obviously this is the only place he can be because of the ult, but still nice.
What that boiled down to, early knife. He just sees the Tejo. So it's still just going to be the B strong side hold.
I mean, Texture won the round last time for doing it, so he might go for it again here.
Drone ready and waiting for him.
Cleared out. Yep. And we'll just go ahead and slide back here at Pizza. Munchkin trying to hold the cat again. Once again, falls to the wayside. Dimensional drip
Fourth.
Coming through from Jemkin.
4-4.
Window broken for him, just sprinting around. Here's the footsteps from Texture. Knows that he's going to be bounding up. And then the exit, the site completely held. No wants to speak up.
Oh, that's pretty mad from Jemkin there. I'm not sure about that maneuver.
With that kill. Equalizes the player count now into a 4v4.
Gotta hit a god tier paranoia here from Karan. Just hits back
Connect
Gen.
on the 2.
Oh my god.
Gen's gonna be good
It's a
enough
good
to
omen
beat this
flash.
one, and now Karan swings out from main. And Gen.G looking great here on the retake. Xfero still late on that lurk, trying to fight his way in towards the site. Cannot make it
double him
happen.
up.
Texture.
Probably be the only one that really comes into play unless Cushy goes nuclear.
See, ever since they've stopped doing their like heavy AD
Always a
fault,
concern.
they started to lose, but
they're not
they're probably
playing for any
speaking about the
orbs,
fact
so
that they're just so aggro over towards middle. I mean, they shouldn't have lost the last round, to
trying
be
to
fair.
keep Gen.G a bit guessing. They just want to keep.
You
going
get
after
champ
Munchkin
points
six.
for winning
Back,
Masters? Yeah, you get
Crazy
loads,
guy
I think.
Getting a sense of it in the meantime for RRQ.
Might be as high as
We're
like
wondering-
8 or something.
Wonder where Munchkin is.
Quite a lot.
Is he in the same spot he's
I
been in
wonder
every round?
where could he be? Here he is, and this time He's able to come away 2 kills once again.
Nice though.
That extra layer of Foxy9 there.
I respect that Munchkin went back to the spot where he
into
just
the
got
mix.
owned.
9 and 3, looking all
It's
but
7 for
certain
first.
the moment.
Yeah, it's still a lot though.
Spike now.
Like you go in champs
Stop.
with it.
Nice little micro adjustment from Gen.G. Calling in Foxy9 to give Munchkin a little bit of help. He needed it. Even though in this round, much better results for Munchkin. 2 kills there, just holding the same spot. Sometimes that does work. You fool people.
Seems though, I mean, he's got the spike. He's
Chat, is
stuck
T1 in
underneath. He
trouble
doesn't wanna
champ
give
points
this
wise?
angle. Oh, perfect.
I need to look at the
Cool.
Pacific like
Will
scoreboard.
take it down.
Dude,
A little
Gen.G,
bit of
come on
damage
guys.
here. Tagged
Not
at
like
42,
this.
But now we go into a 2v2.
That's a strong trip.
There's Karon and Foxy. Have to try to clutch, otherwise RQ looking to pull off this
They're
10-2.
fast.
What a recovery of this
Yeah, but
round
is that
it
because
would
the
be.
playoff ones haven't come in yet?
Paranoia is still available. Split away from one another.
They got 10. So they're just
Double
praying
up.
for the downfall of every
blind.
Pacific team in Toronto,
Behind the box.
basically.
Spam
Will
it.
they lend credence to this at all? Do they go for that kind of spam? Smoking the boats. Foxy trying to push forward. Xfero staying quiet, looking for it, cannot find it, but now a 1v1. 30 HP on Karon. A clutch god in the previous map, but this time not to
Damn,
be.
dude.
Crazy
They
guy with the
2v4 them
3K.
at the-
He will very swiftly take us over to Lotus for map number 3 and give us that tied up scoreline that we so badly would love to see.
Contact into
RRQ
Omen
really holding on to the
Flash.
util early.
And we just send it as we think they're defaulting over towards middle.
Instantaneous!
God, man,
With the first,
give him a
finds the
chance,
second
surely.
with Monyet sandwiched
Well,
in between.
double pistol on this one as well is
Texture alone
looking
at
like.
A. Needing to find
Dude, the
the
sheriffs
opening.
at the moment, man.
Xfero.
Duelists with sheriffs on pistols is just
Held
going
back.
insane. Gen.G started a
Gate
trend.
crash already being sent out as well for Jemkin to try to join in. Ash arriving, 22 health remaining here on the Sova. The lion's share of the weight being placed here on
He
this
just panicked
Jet's
to
back.
Gabriel, that's it.
We've seen him do it before. Seen some crazy pistol stuff from Texture.
He's fighting up into heaven. Gets some damage on the Monyet. Does have that paranoia, but Texture out a little bit wider. Doesn't manage to find the kill, and now he is planted himself firmly in the dead
Yeah,
center
gonna give
of the
Jemkin that
site.
defuse as well. Might be able to get 5
Crazy
with
got
1 kill
2
trip.
for Jemkin. Already over halfway towards another dimensional drift. See if he's going to be able to find a Texture going in for the entry, but Jemkin is right
Dude, they
here,
had the
ready.
Yoru TP back
waiting
of
for
sight for if they were gonna fast B here. Let's go.
Just every villain in a classic horror movie, no matter how many doors you run through, how many counties over you might drive through, the monster is right there, always at your heels.
It's like Freddy Krueger, man. Just in your dreams.
I think Jemkin will be in their nightmares tonight, regardless of the outcome of this series.
Oops.
Munchkin fighting back
Yeah,
for a headshot there
Monyet.
onto Monyet.
Probably wanted his teammate to come with him there.
Karon pushing forward, Jiggle peek out, swings, goes for the pre-fire, is able to find it. Cushy taken down. But it's only that Spectre
I mean,
upgrade.
They probably should win this, right? On site, Stingers.
See though, Gen.G worked some magic at the start of that second half on Haven. And right now,
Molly down,
they could
smoke
desperately
down.
use it.
Say he's got that drone. Oh, Karon at the door though.
Finds another, drops down, however, the salvo's right there waiting for
Yeah, I
him.
can't wait for Teo to be done, man.
Numbers
I'm
stealth
so
cleared out.
I'm so bored of KO. Teo
Foxy
even.
Nash tucked here at the site. The head of one going to be spotted, but Ash plays off of that misinformation. But now Foxy would love to close the gap, but
Hey.
instead plants his
I mean, I
feet.
have no belief, but
Dodges
a
the
round's a round.
bullets.
Okay.
So is Foxy.
Yeah.
Like they really set him up for success as well.
This time able to find
But
the catch.
he's definitely a beast, man.
Boogeyman has been taken down.
And he'll only have his ult for next round. What could go wrong?
Being wary about some pressure.
Fifth
potentially
ult?
here
Yeah,
from
fifth
mid.
ult's
Crazy
coming in
guy,
next round.
Maybe with an opportunity to get the backstab maneuver going, but for now, entry over here on the A sites, which will get hit. This one yet. Xfero on the opposite side, and they say, okay, well, we think that we have this Killjoy locked in position. Riley, we're correct.
How?
What in the hell just happened, Foxy?
That was one of
That
those
final
bullets hitting
bullet
him.
straying
Poor
in
Monyet, man.
to find the head of
That bullet was
Monyet.
not meant for him.
Go ahead and quote Sideshow about victor in a certain horseshoe in a certain place, but 4K Cushy with a bulldog gonna look to try to do some additional damage here, but will not be able to turn this around.
Sideshow hates Foxy9, right? Dude, Sideshow is just actually stacking L's this year. It's crazy.
It's gonna be getting a little bit of info. Tejo, that Omen.
He got XOG, right? He did get XOG, right? That's true.
That might lead you to believe this is the weak side for RRQ. Gen.G being really cautious with revealing his presence until he has to.
Okay, so RRQ can, if they want to, heavy retake over towards the site, but they might just use the Euro ult for like mid-round information. Platchat? I don't know if Platchat's tomorrow or Tuesday. I've gotta do some stuff for Riot though, so I'm not on it. But I'll be there for the like prediction stuff for Toronto's, I think. That's the main one.
Even further. Sparrow and Cushy both tucked here at boats. 0 point, scouting them out, telling the story. Now they need to try to win the fight. Fragment is able to find one. Shots across through the wall, coming up huge, and Karon still going to be good for one. Gen.G taken down, but that now leaves Monyet all alone versus 4. He'll be forced.
Yeah, I would have liked a better setup, to be honest. I praise them for their ult setups. I would like them to stack this side heavy, kill trips on one, just play retake. But
so good, you know, you only have a couple rounds for air, and this time they're able to really figure this out pretty nicely.
You can see sticking to Sideshow for pay. The thing is, the train's there, dude. They've all just gotta sit there and accept it as non-believers.
Slide towards mid.
I know what they're gonna say.
They're
gonna say DRX played badly. I get it.
He does Monyel from time to time.
He does Monyel.
They might. I'm not necessarily sold on it quite just yet. I think it's
on this. Nah, I'm not in until they get 11-11 really.
To a thrifty here. Thrifty attempt, one should say, is RRQ. Bucky in the hand of Monyet, looking to do some damage.
Karan, way up there.
Yeah, not a position that everybody plays.
Oh, very rarely.
Trying to catch someone off guard here, perhaps.
For sure.
Fragment to check over towards Wine. No one flushed out into the open.
I mean, they're being pretty smart about some of their early clears. But this time, RRQ has once again kind of said, well, the tendency has been B for Gen.G. Let's double down on that. But no resistance at all on the A side has made Gen.G feel like they could start pushing through. Literally no contact at A main, a little bit here at short.
Yeah, I mean, this is
forward. Here comes that
free side. The Bucky becomes a little bit scary.
Gonna hound him down, finds one,
oh my god, the movement's sick. He's got the spike. Smoked himself up. Not even sure if he needed to upgrade. He had the best gun for the situation, I feel like. Yeah, the ult to get that. Dude, little TP over towards mid. Jump peek info as well.
He is looking to secure them this.
Yeah, give him the Bucky back. Honestly, they could throw the Bucky over towards Gen.G here. They could really go for this. Bucky to Gen.G, use your ult. Okay, they give Gen.G the rifle. Probably better than my idea. I mean, is it?
As Foxy finds another collab with the Outlaw. This time, Crazy Guy, Monyet, both going to be taken down. Mana, however, here in the hands of Gen.G. Because she will fall. Xparrow finding one. The TP in. Gen.G steadies the aim. Finds the hit. And now it is all on texture. Doesn't believe in the fake, spots the real thing, and gets the fadeaway shot
what is
for the
that
Red
last
Bull
kill,
clutch.
bro? That's fast.
Some of these rounds.
Fast kill.
Let's look at focus on Lotus.
Yeah, I was just about to say, using that 0 point to clear space for the lockdown.
Yeah, they keep this one nice and simple. B main take Killjoy or RRQ left the site, so they were happy to do this.
Pushing forward, looking for a bit of a timing. Gate crashes back across over towards A. No one detained.
Which would make you think that their retake here should be very strong, but they got no ults really to help them other than Omen. Oh.
Holding towards backstairs. Ping reveal comes through. Hunter's Fury from Ash here out from Bodes. Seeking target. Null command popped. Texture trying to scale forward, but Xparrow just a bit snap here. Finds a headshot to shut him down.
And they know there's two main now, right?
As Neural Theft gets revealed.
Yeah, they definitely do with this.
Picks off the enemy side, but the flood gets ready to come in. Foxy dead as Cushy finds that kill. Off from Monyet, goes a little bit wide. Ash able to find Cushy. Karan gonna be taken down, but Munchkin now finds Monyet. Defuse starting.
Player standing.
As they're just looking to hold this one down, trying desperately.
Oh, he just got him.
But the swoop forward from Munchkin.
He just got
It's
him.
another
This is
Red
a
Bull
chaos
clutch.
round,
Another
man. Force him down to an eco. Can try get one of these a little bit closer.
Hold the angles, texture. Okay.
They're not gonna swing in. Now that they the gate crash. Start sliding
This plant,
forward.
yeah, that's why people plant there.
Displace that hero
It's so
rifle,
good
another
for.
gate crash, sent right back
It's
over
so good
towards
for if you
Alley
have someone late over towards B main for being able to actually like
Looks to rejoin, but this could just end up
see the
into
spike
ending
early.
a little bit of a pacier hit as Texture quick check on that hard left angle. Dashes back in, so Tailwind now burn.
Man, if I'm Gen.G, I am so nervous about like a Hunter's Fury Armageddon combo into B main.
Oh, sure.
That is so frightening. I think they only saw the one.
Yeah, don't believe Texture was noted, but he'd already made noise, so only know that
There's two there.
it's still gonna
Camera
be,
contact,
within the
Omen
vicinity.
flash, and then the
I
Omen
think
just
they got the
swings.
spot on the car, and I just saw some pings, or at least they know, or highly suspect.
Gem can hear a gun bottom middle is getting action.
To move forward into his line of sight.
No trade on this.
Find the readjust. Munchkin taken down. Clone set. Tries to snap there onto Foxy. Cannot make it happen. Drone cleared. That Vandal on the floor, but potentially recoverable for one of these RRQ players.
Look at this. The
See if
texture.
they try to route into that, but yeah,
Might have
Texture's-
heard this.
Yeah, he's just calling for the pin, but now the tripwire is going to be telling them everything they need to know.
Wait.
As there's the Hunter's Fury. There's
Why?
the reveal. Second shot going to be going
Oh,
wide.
on
Third
Anika.
one splits the difference in between several players. The spike now being brought forward.
10 seconds
You
left.
see there the
Right,
Armageddon
they might be
at the
messing up,
ready, 8
chat. They
seconds.
might be messing up.
Oh, they dodged it, I think.
Ash is not in it.
We gotta start
It's
paying
been a lap,
attention.
it's a
Dude, they put a
shallow
tail. Guys. You put every single ult into an eco. Oh, it's 11-7. You don't need to be doing that.
Expero dead.
Dude,
Foxy holds down
give me the
flank.
coach POV,
One
man.
more player
I'll be smashing that
on the
monitor
angle.
up. What have they just done?
Monyet does manage to take him down to make it hurt a little bit more, make it a little bit more costly. But 3 players from Gen.G will survive. And it's going to be 3 rounds.
Dude, what did they just
left
do?
separating these 2 teams.
This is madness. This is absolute madness. Texture?
They have the pinch.
Oh!
Monyet, however, has the shots. TP's back over to Gelada.
Timeout.
This will be enough to
The
finally
situation
get
is
RRQ
not
up
that
to
bad.
map
It's
point.
just bad when you look at that round.
Scary part is not only, you know,
Like if you just tuned in now and you
if he
didn't see the
gets
round
that kill,
before,
he
you'd be
gets
like,
his
ah,
ult.
RRQ got this easy.
Then they
You
can
watch that
play a
round
little
before,
bit
you're thinking,
more of a
damn,
retake
Gen.G are probably
potentially.
on this.
Find
Wow.
shots through though. Munchkin eats some damage, yes, but still finds the kill. Monyet here at the site. Paranoia for Paranoia going to be exchanged across the 2
Solo
moments.
hold of the site. Okay, TP's out of there. Can
TP's in,
higher, lower.
Over towards Hell. Shots ringing out the shorty to try to hound him down. Protection comes away with that elimination. Now the Nano Swarm, just a shallow little lob up. Buy some space and time. Texture
You
eats
gotta save
4 more
this.
damage from his
I was
teammate.
gonna say.
You
did he
gotta
jump
save
into
this.
And he did, but already look at this. The call to save has been sounded. Jemkin is not going to get that dimensional drift online in this round.
Ah, it's such
They
a melt,
opt to
man.
back
It's such a
away.
melt. They're
They
melting
don't
in
wanna
front of
wreck
us.
the economy any further and try to play this out versus 5
We gotta
members
stop
from
the
Gen.G.
melting.
Ash is gonna go on
Isabella,
the
thank
hunt,
you so much for
however.
the 7 months. Appreciate the tier
He
1.
knows that every single kill that he can find here is worth its weight in gold.
You know, sometimes I love Pacific because not only do we get crazy great matches, but Ascent is attacker-sided sometimes, and it's just
Yep.
absolute madness, and I love it. And you can
Camera spotted.
go for the hunt. Go.
Recon destroyed. Clears the trip. Do you suspect this? Okay, well, Xfero.
Fun.
Jemkin's over towards middle.
And that's certainly
Recon
gotta
gets
be part of the
dodged, so
equation
he
here. The
can
mental game
definitely
for them has been really
take
strong.
a
That's
bit.
couple
Oh,
huge
okay.
spots in middle. You
Life
know
kind
where
of
that
secures that he
operator is
doesn't
now.
want to be going for this.
Johnny on the spot there is Munchkin.
Smoke over towards short. But then the knife did hit
Off the
2 on
field.
middle.
Set up though on these trips to try to intercept the jet, but the jet's not on this side of the map. Texture slow walking.
Going over towards
Shooting out
mid. Cleared a
around
little
A
bit,
main.
not too much.
Orb gets grabbed up. Munchkin one away
B
from
main
having
control,
null command
A main
online.
control.
Is the other orb available by texture?
Yeah, I guess they're going for double
I think
orb.
it is.
This becomes a little
Taking
obvious
it
though.
just to try to get
When
the
you're
knives.
when you're like 6 out of... Everyone checks at the beginning. 6 out of 8 for KO. You look over towards B main. This turns into a 7 once you hear the orb getting taken and you press tab.
Try to stave this off.
Then at one point you gotta start heavier leaning over towards here, especially they just re-cleared over towards B. Okay, didn't pick up the orb, they just hit before. I don't know if it was there the whole time or not. Yeah, dude, they just insta-pop.
30 seconds left.
Use the null command in a follow-up to try to dissuade.
I mean, this KO's getting popped in the next 3 seconds.
In around the back, getting ready to come through the spawn. Null command comes out in response
Dude,
to the drone.
look at Foxy9's luck.
From the doorway, it's Foxy getting closer and closer.
Yeah, silent
Cushy
humps.
is dead. Swing out of the smoke, one by one, they shall fall.
They force through the smoke. You got no util, you force through the smoke.
To try to escape and hold on to this weapon, but Ash is swooping around the side. He needs to hit this shot. Woo! Whips it.
God, it's all going well. It's all going right. Believing it, I was believing with that.
To be concerned about
oh
here,
no, he got spotted. Okay.
Still going to be
Well,
a concern, going
he
to
got
be
at
a
least
threat.
TP out of there. He does have his ult for
Neutralized
retake,
for
but
the most
again, I'm kind of looking at
during
the
this run
setups
back.
and they're committed again.
Activation can come through at any critical moment. And he's got the dimensional drift to assist the rest of the team. What is the play call here from Gen.G?
Well, usually they've been flashing over this wall to make the entry. There you go. Oh,
Drop down, really finding the timing. Do get the stun out from Crazy Guy. Still has
Okay,
the stealth
for
drone
Gen.G,
waiting on the
question
timing
mark credit over
for those
towards A.
salvos.
but this has gotten Jemkin to slide over here, and he's I don't see a TP on the map. Doesn't have one in hand, so he's committed to that site. It's just his Gen.G.
Yeah, with that as well, they drone out. They feel like they cleared A. Karen can go to the rest of the team. They might think that it's a 2-1-2 setup at the moment and that A is weak. We can see there's 3 here with a kill trip.
Forces him back, but G still delayed here as they try to scale forward the trip wire.
The trip might be good for one.
Now going to be noted as they work their way forward. Foxy9 trying to get this flank here in mid, but Jemkin activating, finds the headshot, mows down 3 in RRQ.
Broke off 3 from heaven. Dude, I'm allergic to his kills, man.
A
Cause I'm
4K
sneezing
into
as well.
a flawless RRQ.
There's a beast
will
round
at
though.
long last get themselves up to match
Dude, he
point.
saves them so
Gen.G
much.
Now they want to try to go for a pacey hit, but Jemkin is here. Flash connected, now going to be ping reveal the texture. Takes
That's
it down,
fast.
spamming
It's
through,
good
but
recon
Moniette
as well.
trying to hold the line, falls to the wayside, as does Xfero.
Ah, chat, it's gonna get close, man.
The trade up is
It's
there.
gonna get close. RRQ
Cushy,
do have enough
Crazy
money
Guy,
for the
quick to
next round,
arrive.
but it's not great. There might be a lot of light armors.
play it out versus
Everyone's gonna be
3.
sitting about 3-4, 3-5.
Foxy still working his way forward.
I say everyone,
Through
3
mid.
of them.
Munchkin tucked. He's going to be spotted there by the drone. Looks to try to delay. Even
These
some
2 can
minor
go for this.
spray through the floor might just be enough to take him down at health. Only 22 health remaining. They're looking for it. The split on the drop. Karon dealing with the player here at Gen. Cushy now asked to do it all.
Turret.
Turret just a
Turret's
hair
trolling
off.
him.
Swoops around the back. Finds one.
Ah, he
Recon
got the
cleared
molly
top.
off.
Foxy
He went for the recon.
knowing
It's unlucky.
that the time is just not going to be
Good
there.
timing of the
And
molly.
now we'll swing forward.
Had him
Gets
trapped in
himself
as
the
well.
ult for the-
Doesn't hit anyone, so they know for sure this is probably an A hit, especially with the drone to for sure 100% confirm it.
There's now
They have Yoru ult for retake, but they got 4 people here, so they might be tempted to flood.
Not sure if that gets a catch on Xfero. Seems like it does, but so spray.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Here over onto the flank, however, coming up with 1, but then gets distracted by the tripwire, and Jemkin's able to collect. Xfero going to be taking down here on the site. Cushy finding Foxy9. Ping reveal off the near depth.
Whoa, what a kill
Munchkin
that is.
dead. It's all on Ash.
What a
And he
kill that was
cannot
from
make it
Cushy.
happen.
That big kill over towards A
Damn
main.
close.
Dude, it turned into a
But
banger
no
map.
damn cigar.
What's
13
this?
to 11 and
God, they